milk toast. Now with your left hand, reach out and grab your nose. Say yeah to a high five with your friend. Up high, down low, too slow, let's go.
Hey everybody, I'm going to give you a quick tour of my small garden. As you can see, it's trash day today, but I live on a cul-de-sac and I live in the middle of the cul-de-sac, so I'm kind of on a pie-shaped lot. And if you know anything about Myrtle Beach, they put all the houses pretty close together, but this neighborhood wasn't too bad, but they're small lots. So when you have a small lot, you grow up. So I'm going to give you a little tour of my garden and how I did things and what I might do different. But here is one thing I do different. These planter boxes, even though they're made of cedar, they don't hold up very long. I've had this for about 4 years and it's fallen apart, so I think this will be the last year of it staying upright. The other two that I had in the back fell apart. But I've got some rosemary and some thyme in this one. And I only put a couple plants in. You see how big these get. So at one point one year I had several different herbs in there, which they kind of got crowded. So I separated them this year. I think I'm going to get one that goes down on the ground like these ones. But also with these ones, we'll talk about that in a minute. But this is my little watering system. I use the beehive timers, which work pretty well. And I kind of rigged my own irrigation system right here, all throughout the garden. After this planting season, I'm going to kind of reconfigure everything. But yeah, that's my watering system. So this I got, and I've got 3, 4 on either side, separate. And then the back one is like a large, the same width, but a little bit longer in the back. When you get these containers, you want to make sure that when you're working, you can reach. Okay, if you make it too big, you're going to have to start walking in the center of it. Ignore the weeds. I know I got a weed. I've been busy with my real jobs. But I have a greenhouse. It's a pop-up greenhouse that I got one year. And because I had shoulder surgery, I wasn't able to use the greenhouse. I didn't really plant anything. Usually I'll start in February and plant by seed and have little heaters in the greenhouse with some grow lights. And then I take those seedlings and plant them out about April, late April, early May, because that's usually when our frost season in South Carolina on the coast is over. And I didn't do that this year, so I threw some tomato seeds in just in the ground this year, and they are the really scraggly looking ones. And then I bought some from Lowe's, and they're doing okay. I think I'm getting a little bit of that, what do you call it, the rot or blight or whatever those tomatoes get. So we'll start here in this bed. I've got some oregano and basil, and these were just a couple plants, and you can see how huge the basil gets. And these little things you don't want to happen, because if they bolt or flower, it can make your herbs bitter, and I don't want that. So I'm always coming out here every day and picking these things off to keep them from flowering. Here's a couple that I missed right here. This is what they look like when they flower. That's the basil. The tomatoes, you can take these bottom branches off. I need to get my scissors to do that. But you can take those bottom branches off. Typically when I'm doing good at caring for these, I've got the branches off all the way up at the top, and that helps the tomatoes, give the flowers a little tickle because they self-pollinate. My pumpkins didn't do too well because I planted them kind of late, but here's one that just came up right here, and that's actually doing okay, and that just started growing from one of the old seeds I had put in the beginning of summer. So hopefully this will produce something. I have some seeds inside that I'm going to throw in the ground, see if I can get them to do something. These are just some jalapenos that I might have to thin out a little bit and move them over. So I got some coming up right here. These are the raspberry bushes I put in this year, and they are really taking over. So you can see they're producing, first year they're producing. These are the blueberry bushes, and I'm gonna have to figure out something with these raspberry bushes because, man, they take over. I put the mesh up to keep the birds out because they were coming in eating all the blueberries. Blueberries don't have thorns, the raspberries do, so I still have caught some birds in here trying to eat the raspberries, so I don't know if I'm going to leave this up or not, but it has worked. But the only thing is that the raspberries kind of grow out the top through it, so I might need to catch those, and how I've kind of tacked that up along the top there. Start doing that. But those are my raspberries. All my fruit bushes and my fruit trees I get from Fast Growing Trees. No, I'm not sponsored by them, but I have been very pleased the last few years ordering from them. This is an orange bush that I got. Supposedly we can grow oranges in South Carolina, but they do a lot better here. There's some kind of bug or something down in Florida that's killing all the orange trees. I get flowers on it. I have yet to get any oranges, so I don't know how long it takes to produce fruit on this, so we'll see. But it does have little spikes on it, and they hurt when you walk by. Here's some more tomatoes. These ones aren't doing the greatest. These are cherry tomatoes. I planted some Roma tomatoes, but I end up just not, as they come in, I don't really eat them that fast. So this one looks pretty healthy too. I need to tie this one up like that. So we'll do that here in a little bit. These are my blackberries. So y'all, I'm going to start this part over because my camera keeps cutting out saying it's too hot. And this is a GoPro Hero 13, so it's getting a little frustrating. It started doing that when I first got it. But ignore back here. I'm going to clean this up in the fall when it's cooler. But these are all my apple trees. There's a peach tree. There's a peach tree. Waiting for these peaches to get ripe. This is the second year, so I've gotten just a few peaches, not like the third year of that one where I had like 92 peaches. Don't know if this one's going to make it or not, but Fast Growing Trees guarantees them for a year, so if I have to get another one, I know they'll replace it. They've been very good to me. And there's another peach tree. I have another apple tree on the other side, and you can see I've got some apples coming in up here. I have Granny Smith and Honeycrisp. So as you can see, I got a lot of cattle panel. And as you saw, I have a very small yard. So when you have a small yard, you grow up. So growing up, you take these cattle panels and these T-posts, and I have a little metal thing that pounds the T-posts in, very easy to do. Throw the candle paddle on the inside of them, and then you zip tie it. I zip tie it in several places. I zip tie it along the top so that they stay together and stay kind of neat. And then everything, I have these little things right here. I have these all over the place where I can grab them in a pinch and hook things up that need support. So I can do that with my tomatoes like I did over here. I can actually tie string up there to the top of these and hold them up, or you can use these to hold them up. So this one right here, that's kind of a U shape with a little gate. My nephew put this together for me, but it's held up great. Most of this one has held up great. It's just that, you know, it's cedar and it should be weather resistant, and you can see down on the bottom there where it's not, it's kind of rotting out. And I even sealed it and stained it, so yeah, not real pleased with that one. But in here you can see where I did cattle panel all over here. I've got my little clips all over so I can grab them as I need them. And then to do the mesh, you just throw it over the top. It comes in a roll, and then I zip tied it across. I leave it open during the day so the bees can get in there and pollinate the flowers. But most of the time it keeps the birds out so they're not eating my blueberries. So that is my garden. Hopefully, it looks like this one didn't shut off. So hope you enjoyed it. And as I was saying before it cut out, like, share, subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one. Don't get a Hero 13. Hopefully Hero 14 will be better, but this is crazy how this thing overheats so easily. So anyways, have a great day.